December 1st, 2015. Nearly 1,000 Clinton emails had classified info. Aide reached out to NFL commish after Clinton head injury. Cruz excoriates Rubio on foreign policy, links him to Clinton. Ted Cruz says GOP isn't condom police. Cruz says overwhelming majority of violent criminals are Democrats. 56 arrests in U.S. this year related to ISIS, study says. President Obama confident U.S.-led coalition has momentum to degrade and destroy ISIS. Cops say transgender woman brutally attacked in Queens. Donald Trump ponders charging CNN for his debate participation. December 2nd, 2015. Planned Parenthood shooting suspect Robert Deere targeted agency before, says ex-wife. Trump on terrorists. You have to take out their families. David Cameron accuses Jeremy Corbyn of being terrorist sympathizer. Iraqis think U.S. is in cahoots with the Islamic State and it is hurting the war. Ted Cruz vows to put hardcore conservatives on Supreme Court. Anyone but Ted Cruz. Ben Carson tumbles in national poll. Targeting racist trolls by putting their comments on billboards. December 3rd, 2015. 2 dead suspects named after mass shooting that killed 14 at California office party. Who are Saeed Rezwan Farouk and Teshfeen Malik? Couple kept tight lid on plans for San Bernardino shooting. Authorities search Redlands home tied to suspect Saeed Farouk. Obama calls California shooting may be related to terrorism. Prayer shaming after a mass shooting in San Bernardino. Democrats to GOP. Prayers are not enough. A coming GOP bloodbath. Ted Cruz's Syria dog. Oscar Pistorius verdict changed to murder. December 4th, 2015. SoCal jihadist wife reportedly pledged allegiance to ISIS before massacre. San Bernardino shooters tried to destroy phones and hard drives, sources say. Friends of San Bernardino shooting victim recalls heated conversations about Islam. It doesn't seem plausible to us. Family of U.S. Muslim who killed 14 says they don't believe official account of the massacre and even suggest the Sandy Hook slaying didn't take place. Loretta Lynch says actions predicated on violent talk towards Muslims will be prosecuted. San Bernardino shootings destroy leftist narrative after leftist narrative. Trump says my numbers go way up after tragedies. No, Donald Trump won't win. Democratic insiders say Trump is easy prey for Clinton. Chris Christie says Iran is a greater threat than ISIS. December 5th, 2015. San Bernardino shooters, supporters of ISIS, terror group says. Muslim leader from CARE tells CNN America bears some blame for terror attacks. Landlord lets reporters into San Bernardino suspect's home. Rifles used in San Bernardino shooting illegal under state law. Clinton voices confidence in Rahm Emanuel as Chicago mayor. Jeb Bush is convincing donors the polls are wrong. Watch Jon Stewart and 9/11 first responders actually change a GOP senator's mind. What the hell just happened on MSNBC and CNN? Every 16-year-old in Sweden to receive copy of We Should All Be Feminists. The non-existent case for progressive taxation. December 6th, 2015. Now even Obama has to admit San Bernardino was terrorism. Lynch cautions on ISIL link to California attacks. Hysteria about refugees, but blindness on guns. Christie says San Bernardino shows female Syrian refugees should be barred. Donald Trump forges new blue-collar coalition among Republicans. From Trump, Ryan, Cruz, and Rubio, clues to the Republican Party's identity. 3 stabbed at London tube station in terror attack, police say. Taliban releases audio message to show leader alive. December 7th, 2015. Obama's Oval Office address reflects struggle to be heard. Obama misspoke about San Bernardino suspect's visa. Dad says San Bernardino shooter agreed with ISIL and obsessed with Israel. Poll says most Americans say send ground troops to fight ISIS. Clinton thumps Trump in latest head-to-head poll. After Obama's speech, Trump asks, "Is that all there is?" Trump advisor doesn't get how Judaism works. Marco Rubio, switching focus, aims to halt Ted Cruz's momentum. Gun advocates rejected by U.S. High Court on assault weapons. Front National wins opening round in France's regional elections. December 8th, 2015. Killers were long radicalized, FBI investigators say. Bank records show $28,500 deposited into Saeed Farouk's account 2 weeks before the shooting, source says. Donald Trump standing by barring Muslims despite bipartisan criticism. Donald Trump has a base. 76% of Republicans think Islam is un-American. After call to ban Muslims, is the GOP ready to unite against Trump? Paul Ryan on Donald Trump's proposed Muslim ban. This is not conservatism. Biden calls Trump's comments on Muslims a dangerous brew. Why people are calling American businessman Donald Trump Voldemort. HuffPost moves Trump to politics section after Muslim comments. Spinning up as we speak. Email shows Pentagon was ready to roll as Benghazi attack occurred. December 9th, 2015. San Bernardino shooters practice for attack a year in advance. Trump's anti-Muslim plan is awful and constitutional. Poll says nearly 2/3 of likely GOP primary voters back Trump's Muslim ban. Cruz won't criticize Trump, but offers his own plan to bar refugees. Republicans fear Trump could jeopardize control of Congress. I will never leave this race. Reported Bitcoin founder Craig Wright's home raided by Australian police. December 10th, 2015. Donald Trump solidifies his lead, but leaves many nervous. Poll says nearly 2/3 of likely GOP primary voters back Trump's Muslim ban. Trump's not wrong. We can't wear our uniform in our own cars. 5 police officers claim Donald Trump is right about parts of London being so radicalized they are no-go areas. Trump says, "I'm doing good for the Muslims." Muhammad Ali hits at Trump in misguided murders, sabotaging Islam. Bush suggests Trump dealing to help Clinton win. White supremacist groups see Trump bump. December 11th, 2015. Fear of terrorism lifts Donald Trump, says poll. As Trump rises, Clinton preaches love and kindness. Donald Trump has gone too far for French far-right leader Marine Le Pen. U.S. intel says ISIS may have passport printing machine and blank passports. Democrats misleading claims about closing the no-fly list loophole. Whistleblower says he could have prevented California attack if government didn't cut DHS funding. Daniel Holtzclaw, former Oklahoma City police officer guilty of rape. Black lawmakers excoriate Scalia over disgusting remarks. Priest paid his male sex master from collection plate, says lawsuit. Ben Carson blasts RNC, threatens to leave Republican Party. December 12th, 2015. Thanks to Trump, fringe news enters the mainstream media. Trump to GOP, I'm sorry I did this to you. Trump's Muslim travel ban may be dumb, but laid-back do-nothing Obama is even dumber. Rand Paul says establishment will destroy GOP if they block outsider nomination. Goose-steppers in the GOP. ACLU board members resigns after urging people to kill supporters of Trump. No political guardrails. Final draft of climate deal agreement unveiled in Paris. Radioactive radical. Body of San Bernardino jihadi's bride unclaimed. December 13th, 2015. Trump leads national GOP horse race. Cruz surges into second place. Trump says, Hillary says I'm dangerous when she's the one that caused so many deaths. They're so nice until they get religion and want to kill us. A top Democratic opposition research group says it won't go after Marco Rubio. But why? Freedom of speech includes the freedom to hate. Paris climate deal. Nearly 200 nations sign an end of fossil fuel era. Speaking with one voice to solve the climate crisis. How well do you know religion? Who's in Tuesday's debate? CNN doesn't say. December 14th, 2015. Ted Cruz isn't just surging, he's winning. Cruz poised to steal even more Trump supporters in Iowa. Cruz campaign credits psychological data and analytics for its rising success. Poll says Clinton would trounce Trump but lose to Rubio and Carson. GOP establishment worries about Cruz-Trump showdown. GOP contenders prep for loud, ugly holiday season. Secret policy kept social media out of visa vetting. Plumber's old truck spotted in ISIS video. Sydney woman found cash meant for Islamic State in son's shorts. More than 700,000 evacuated as Typhoon Malor batters Philippines. December 15th, 2015. In face of criticism, Trump surges to his biggest lead over the GOP field. Trump plan is supported in his party, but widely opposed outside the GOP. Trump campaign rally erupts in chaos and ugly confrontation. How Trump could win and why he probably won't. Threats against many schools prompt LAUSD to shut down all campuses. Hundreds of migrants arriving in Norway had mobile phones containing images of executions, severed heads, and dead children, police reveal. Disgruntled guest rams truck into Oklahoma hotel desk, just missing 2 women. Oil export plan last obstacle to U.S. spending bill, Reid says. Missouri bill would strip scholarships if athletes strike. December 16th, 2015. Terrorism dominates Republican debate, but so do personal attacks. GOP candidates have an unruly fight over serious issues with no clear winner. Bush versus Trump, behind the Vegas rumble. Chris Christie just made the GOP race a lot more interesting. Most now oppose an assault weapons ban. Doubts about stopping a lone wolf run high. Congress reaches deal on 2016 spending bill to fund federal government. Students practice calligraphy by writing "There is no God but Allah." Alabama mayor and councilman fight at City Hall. The evidence is piling up that higher minimum wages kill jobs. December 17th, 2015. Chattanooga shooting, a terror attack, FBI Director James Comey says. Criminal charges to be brought against Enrique Marquez, ex-neighbor of San Bernardino shooters. Putin endorses Donald Trump for president. Trump says great honor to get compliments from highly respected Putin. Skrelly, CEO reviled for drug price gouging, arrested on securities fraud charges. Paul Ryan betrays America, $1.1 trillion, 2,000-plus page omnibus bill funds fundamental transformation of America. Funding deal hits backlash over increase in foreign worker visas. Congress's $12 billion giveaway to health insurers. Saudi millionaire cleared of raping teenager after telling court he may have accidentally penetrated 18-year-old when he tripped and fell on her. The environmental toll of a Netflix binge. December 18th, 2015. DNC penalizes Sanders campaign for improper access of Clinton voter data. Bernie Sanders sues DNC for $600,000 a day over removal of data access. Bernie Sanders says he's already starting writing his inaugural address. Hillary Clinton's dream debate is one nobody watches. Putin praises bright and talented Trump. White House promises non-traditional State of the Union. Pelosi and White House support plan allowing U.S. crude oil exports. Sadness, shame, and blame at Yale over First Amendment repeal video. Paul Ryan builds border fence around his mansion, doesn't fund border fence in omnibus. December 19th, 2015. Bernie Sanders and the DNC. It's war. Accord reached after Sanders sues the DNC over suspended access to critical voter list. Poll says Trump jumps, Cruz climbs, Carson sinks in GOP race. Rick Perry praises Cruz, rips Trump and Rubio in Iowa radio interview. Marco Rubio explains why he skipped vote, swipes at Rand Paul. Doubts about Saudi Arabia's anti-terrorism coalition. Congress votes to fund nearly 300,000 visas for Muslim migrants in 1 year. Students at Lena Dunham's college offended by lack of fried chicken. The new preschool is crushing kids. December 20th, 2015. Trump doubles down on Putin love, says there's a lot of truth to U.S. killing people. Pussy riot on Trump. We laughed when Vladimir Putin rose to power, too. Trump tops Google searches before Dem debate. Data breach takes back seat to fights over foreign policy and finance in Democratic debate. Transcript for Democrats debate what should take priority, ousting Assad or fighting ISIS. Ted Cruz to air parody ad during SNL. Bullring bomb plot. New image found on Paris jihadi's phone points to plan by terror cell to target Birmingham shopping center. What is America fighting for? Sheriff Joe Arpaio says, executive order or not, I'm not surrendering the guns. The reproductive rights rollback of 2015. December 21st, 2015. Obama says Donald Trump is exploiting blue-collar workers' anger and fear. Hillary Clinton campaign doubles down after experts question claim about ISIS video using Donald Trump. Trump on Putin's crackdown on journalists. It's never been proven. Trump calls on GOP to boot low-polling candidates. Obama makes no apologies for fighting ISIS within American values. Iran provokes the world as Obama does nothing. U.S. reassures Iran on visa restrictions. Las Vegas Strip blocked off after car mows down pedestrians. Baking and yoga, the excuses that get killer thugs out of Gitmo. Lindsey Graham drops out of presidential race. December 22nd, 2015. Clinton claim on ISIS using Trump videos to recruit panned by fact-checkers. Donald Trump says Clinton's bathroom break during the debate is too disgusting to talk about. Donald Trump says Hillary Clinton got schlonged in 2008. Grand jury declines to indict anyone in death of Sandra Bland. Iran nuclear deal restricts U.S. more than Congress knew. Kenyan Muslims shield Christians in Mandera bus attack. After 2,000 years, Christians disappearing from Gaza. Nicolas Cage returns stolen Mongolian dinosaur skull he bought at a gallery. A food fight at Oberlin College. Spain faces weeks of political instability after indecisive election. December 23, 2015. How Donald Trump may be helping Hillary Clinton. In blockbuster poll, Sanders destroys Trump by 13 points. Sanders says Trump must have a very unusual relationship with women. Ted Cruz blasts Washington Post cartoon of daughters as monkeys. Ted Cruz uses his kids as political props. Sloppily approved. San Bernardino shooter's thin visa file revealed. U.S. stops British Muslim family from boarding flight to visit Disneyland. The super-rich ruler who stones gays now bans Christmas. Sultan of Brunei threatens Muslims who celebrate it with up to 5 years in prison, while Christians must keep theirs secret. NBA lends its name and its stars to campaign against gun violence. Let's elect Hillary now. December 24th, 2015. The 7 deadly stupidities of 2015 political coverage. U.S. plans raids to deport families who surged across border. Facebook page linked to Taliban and Al-Qaeda was registered to same address as British Muslim father whose Disneyland trip was blocked by Homeland Security. UK Muslims with Disneyland plans. We were barred from plane due to religion. Carson telegraphs major campaign shakeup. Everything is on the table. New Hampshire reporter says Marco Rubio is like a computer algorithm designed to cover talking points. Huckabee says he'll drop out if he doesn't place in the top 3 in Iowa. Americans held hostage in Iran win compensation 36 years later. Texas restaurant chain touts politically incorrect holiday policy. It's a very Trump Christmas. December 25th, 2015. Sanders says Trump is bombastic so he can get media coverage. Bernie Sanders says Trump is very smart for manipulating the media. Democrats turn to Trump hats to raise cash. Man named Jihad arrested for threatening jihad on California police and making bomb threat. Heavily redacted Benghazi emails released on Christmas Eve. Death toll rises to 10 after tornadoes and storms ravage South. An aging society changes the story on poverty for retirees. Christmas's war on America. December 26, 2015. Trump campaign says Hillary bullied women to hide Bill's sexist secrets. Bill Clinton's first home damaged in suspected arson. Ben Carson's brand benefits from campaign. Islamic State sanctioned organ harvesting and document taken in U.S. raid. Bergdahl says Taliban asked me if Obama is gay. Image on church window resembles Virgin Mary, draws throngs of spectators. Political dark money just got darker. Yes, Virginia, there is a NORAD. December 27th, 2015. Trump fires back, hitting Bill Clinton's penchant for sexism. Elites and media really hate Donald Trump's voters. Trump's fans are excited to rally, but they're not sure they'll show up to vote. Webb attacks Clinton with eye on independent run. The GOP's New Hampshire nightmare. Cracks in the liberal order. December 28, 2015. Trump plots big TV ad blitz that could change campaign landscape. Donald Trump expects to win Republican nomination, Otherwise, we wouldn't be running. Trump ties with Pope Francis in U.S. poll for second most admired man in the world. Why Sanders thinks he can win Trump's supporters. Colbert says Trump is playing my old character better than I could. Poll says more Americans say terrorists are winning than ever before. Ben Carson on the brink. A process like this is pretty brutal. Cleric denies ties to San Bernardino killers as phone records surface. Meadowlark Lemon, Harlem Globetrotter who played basketball and pranks with virtuosity, dies at 83. December 29, 2015. How Donald Trump destroyed the Republican Party in 2015. Trump expands his attacks on the Clintons. Fiorina defends Trump. Bill Clinton is fair game. Cleveland officer will not face charges in Tamir Rice shooting death. Affluenza teen Ethan Couch detained in Mexico, officials say. Lemmy Kilmister of Motorhead dies at 70, band confirms. Islamic State ruling aims to settle who can have sex with female slaves. Obama's economic performance is even better than it looks. Olive Garden is charging $400 a person for New Year's Eve dinner. December 30th, 2015. Donald Trump again steps up attacks on Bill Clinton. Trump is right. Bill Clinton's sordid sexual history is fair game. George Pataki leaves presidential race. Bill Cosby to face sexual assault charges. U.S. snooping on Israel also caught talks with lawmakers, says report. Who are these thugs? Brutal moment, a Jewish man, 60, is beaten to the ground in savage mugging. Belgium arrests 2 over New Year's plot. Establishment rivals rip into Rubio. December 31st, 2015. Donald Trump's strongest supporters, a certain type of Democrat. Jeb Bush on Tamir Rice. The process worked. How Rubio helped his ex-con brother-in-law acquire a real estate license. Republicans scrambled to pick up Graham's supporters in South Carolina. Man charged with arson in Houston mosque fire. Obama administration preparing fresh Iran sanctions. New Year's surprise. Obama regulation to give work permits to foreign college graduates. From NYC to Harvard, the war on Asian success.